Hello guys, welcome back once again. Now this time I'm doing yet another reaction video, and this time it's going to be on Urist POV from Challenger League in Gilles circuit. So yeah, from the last round of Challenger League. And yeah, what I see is mostly it's going to be like the battling, the crashes and all of that, just to give my opinion on things. And yeah, that's basically what I want to do. So yeah, let's start now with the sprint, 14 laps on wet, so let's see how this goes. And here we go, starting here. Here is behind Tomatoes and Phantomy, with Ethan right behind. As you can see, already some crashing ahead. I like rockets with Vinci and Jonathan. And there's no space for everyone here. This is why I hate the slipstream. Although I think at the start they'll always gonna be like a lot of punch up. The problem is that there is no, what can I say? Like after this turn, maybe the grid could have been a bit more spaced out if there was like, I don't know, less acceleration of the cars, and if the turns would be done so fast, because it's kind of almost like a straight, especially in lap 1, but you're not going to that turn at full speed. So yeah, you can see you got free wide. At the start it's kind of hard to do anything, but yeah, Urist manages to not push Tomatoes off, so props for him. But yeah, now you can see Kimster having a look on the outside. Yeah, now Mr. Bubba's going for it. He has more momentum, but yeah, this is not gonna end up well. You can see, and yeah, from behind, yes, I have Ethan and Kimster going for it, and of course people will crash. And yeah, Risk ends up crashing. Jesus Christ, it's just chaos all over the place. Weeble just gets in the bad place at the wrong time. Yes, Crank with a lot of ping, and yeah, not much Crank can do, to be honest. I think Canadian ping is like the worst, because it's like it's a lot of ping, like higher ping, but you can still have like rockets and stuff, and so I don't know, I feel like Orbit's ping ends up being better on this aspect. But yeah, now here for no reason just going free wide. I think Weeble goes for it because of Urist's mistake, but like Ethan didn't need it to go side by side. Like they're just creating a free wide situation for nothing. It somehow ends up well, but it could have easily gone wrong. Because I can see how Weeble just uses his brake, because this is why this went well. It's because of Weeble not braking late. He's actually losing his brakes. He ends up losing momentum, but he could have easily, like, let's see here. He could have easily like brake late, end up on the outside. He would be pushing Ethan on Ethan's screen, and even Urist as well. So, but yeah, this went well, I'd say, because of Weeble and because Urist also brake early. So yeah, you need someone to brake early in order for a situation like that to work. Because if they all went for the late braking, they'll all crash basically. But yeah, I have Urist with Ethan. Now Kimster right behind. Now with the mistake, and Kimster is trying to go for it. Yes, because of Ethan's mistake, but it's like it's two cars, you cannot pass them at the same time. And yeah, more chaos, more. And now here you see the difference is that Kimster now brakes late. And yeah, pushes Ethan with him. Now Crank's trailer gets caught up in this. But the Bubbles with some experience, giving the space, not going for the moves. But 16 I think goes for it. Looking at 16 against Ethan, yeah, no. Okay, it's sort of slipstreaming, but yeah, now it's immediately side by side right after. Okay, Ethan trying to defend as well, like it's too late, man. It ain't gonna end up well. And yeah, Craig just, I think, a mistake on his own, maybe. Now everyone behind. This is the issue. That there's times that it's true that they happen to end up going side by side because someone makes a mistake or is about exit or whatever. But like you can still like back off right after. But no, they all just continue to go and then someone dies. But yeah, there's someone survive there. But I think here also the reason why you don't see. I think this might be actually depending on who's second on this group, which is Urist here. Because on Urist is slipstreaming someone who's not getting slipstream. So if Urist would want, you could easily go side by side, but it's not the same for the others who are. Although Urist has to brake in order to keep the same speed as Kimster, so maybe it's not exactly true. So, but yeah, you have Urist, you have Mr. Bubble, so two more experienced guys. Also 16 and Crank. Ethan might be the least experienced, and Kimster. Yeah, Kimster is the one who is ahead, so he doesn't exactly. It's not his like choice, let's say. So he's like the one with the least amount of power to decide things. But yeah, here Bubbles makes a mistake, which causes the others to go side by side. I think people doing odd mistakes also just contribute for the chaos because there's more moments where the others might try to go for moves as well. But yeah, Risk keeping behind, then you have 16 and Bubbles just going for it. And now suddenly everyone is so packed together here. This can easily go wrong already, and now Risk going for the move on Kimster. And yeah, this happened because Kimster made a mistake, so once again, like if you're doing mistakes in bad moments like this one, then you're gonna be budging up everyone. And then Kimster has this thing of just wanting to defend way too late. Like he's trying to defend, but Urist is already there, he's not realizing it yet. He has to learn a lot about ping. Then you have 16. Who was behind here? Yeah, because 16 goes for it as well, like an idiot. So he's already going side by side with Bubbles. And yes, I'm really overanalyzing things, I know. But I think it's important, like, see what's the origin of things. Because sometimes it's down to, like, one or two people's decisions that then it ends up creating some kind of a butterfly effect. And then shit happens. So yeah, as you can see here, then they end up free wide because no one freaking backs off. Like literally, like you could easily just back off and then watch the others just kill each other, but no, they. Oh, actually, Bubbles does that. Okay. Yeah, Bubbles using his brain. And then Kissy, Kimster ended up getting killed, so he gained one position from that in the end. And yeah, then you have 16 immediately really going ultra aggressive here, way too desperate I feel like. He wants to try and pass Urist on the freaking chicane, and yeah, they end up pushing him off. This is one thing you need to learn is that you should not go for moves on chicanes, because you have this car, you're easily gonna end up here, and Urist is gonna have see his car doing that line, he's gonna get pushed off. And boom, there he goes. Urist got pushed off by 16. And the reason why it's bad to do this on chicanes is because you need a lot of space on that chicane. Like you need all of the space that you can. So when you're going side by side, you don't have that space. So someone is not gonna be able to survive on this situation. So yeah, Urist got slightly pushed there. Now Ethan goes immediately for it, because I guess Urist also made a mistake there. So yeah, then Urist has that huge mess up, so which I don't even know how that even happens. Like he just lost control basically here. And yeah, then Ethan going immediately for the move on 16. Like Jesus Christ, man. Maybe Ethan has the ping as well, not too sure. But yeah, now he's going staying behind 16. Urist made a mistake, gives the space to Bubbles, okay, and only goes for Bubble space after he gets past, so all good here from Urist. Not pulling anything stupid, but Heaton is pulling something stupid. Oh wait, I have to rewind here. Yeah, Heaton tried to go like on the exit of that turn. It's gonna be impossible to make moves because then you have this chicane and you don't want to go side by side on that chicane. But yeah, Reese made a mistake here because also Keemster just goes from way too far behind. But I don't know, kind of feels like Reese breaks a lot earlier on that turn than Keemster. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Let me see this one better. Okay, Reese was already kind of going off the line. It kind of feels like Keemster just happened to be there. Because Reese is also like losing time to Bubbles. They're like losing distance to Bubbles, so I'm not sure if I can really blame Keemster on that one. Yeah, then Bubbles right ahead goes incredibly wide. Keemster gets an easy switch back. Funnily enough, because he got pushed into the grass, so he slowed down like a lot earlier. But now he immediately goes for the move on Ethan. Like, but he has a safe stream, so he ends up gaining from it. So I think smart move in the end. So yeah, it ended up going well. So I think that's enough wrong from Keemster. Now what's going to be wrong is him immediately going for the move on 16. Like here they go, chaos. Vinci, you can see how Vinci like made a mistake and immediately going to try and go into the apex. One more card to the chaos. And just look at this now, Bubbles and Vinci going side by side because they have no space to go. Urist using some of his experience to now break here. Or lift, I think he's lifting if you look at the like the input thing on the bottom left. Yeah, slow down, giving the distance to Ethan, and yeah, no issues with Ethan on this weekend. All the guys ahead, they're all just going for it. Like Bubbles and Vinci. Yeah, they did sort of manage to survive, and now Keemster failing to give space to Vinci here. I think Keemster has a bit of an issue with defending. Like he just goes like he doesn't feel like he really doesn't know much about ping at this point because he's really just going. Yes, pushing VC off there. Then immediately goes for the move right after. Like looking for the inside for no reason here. He should have just given. If you are experienced, you would be giving like space. Because they are going side by side. You really don't want to make it a free wide situation on that hairpin. And yeah, then he gets pushed off, of course, loses momentum. VC goes for the move. Urist tries to do the same, but then Keemster defends too late. Yeah, Keemster has a lot of issues with battling. So yeah, that really was terrible. Also, yeah, I think 16 loses momentum. That's why VC goes for the move on 16. And yeah, Risk gets pushed off. Yeah, Bubbles leading the pack. 16 actually slipstreaming, like not going for the moves there. If you're looking at 16 on the right side of the screen. Yeah, just right behind, but Vinci tries to go for it. Like immediately, it's a bit dangerous. And you can see how 16 just gets punted, I believe. Now Vinci going side by side with Bubbles. But he gets pushed before they reach chicane. But yeah, they would die, like, and yeah, then Keemster tries to move way too late on that chicane, just lack of experience. That will never work in everyday or here or any freaking corner. Like, it's too late to make a move, especially on a turn like that. So yeah, now Urist being opportunistic here with 16. 16 doesn't have momentum. And you can see how Urist doesn't go to the left to take 16's space, because he knows that his car is here on 16 screen, about here maybe, and or maybe a bit behind. But yeah, that sadly will. Yes, then 16 doesn't achieve her the favor. He's just going to brake too late. Because yeah, 16 should be more with his car more here, not here. Because as you can see, like on the rear screen, 16 is like kind of side by side. And yeah, Reese has a huge crash there. Now he's gonna have Weeblue behind him. And yeah, I think Weeblue is kamikaze, so yeah, Kami I think does have some experience. So he's not gonna go for any moves here. But I think Urist does this. Closing the space. It's very tempting. I think I did this in Nijani against Jarjiti, which yeah, it's do not do that. You're not supposed to do it, and yeah, I was not supposed to do that against City also in Nijani in the Nijani race. But yeah, this is something that you have to avoid doing if you're getting pushed off. But I think sometimes it's like a matter of like desperation thing where you just want to rejoin the track, so you turn to the right, and sometimes you might end up in the middle of the track without realizing. Like it happens all very quick. So yeah, if you reach and Weeble, nothing happening here. Yeah, it's really, just being patient, just waiting for his time. Maybe catching the group ahead who is all battling. And they're sort of seeing cars already here, just with just 2 laps of no battling. But yeah, now Reese makes a mistake. Now will be a nice time for Weeble to go for the move, but even then Reese here, I think Reese here had time to like actually avoid not pushing Weeble or not avoid like not closing the space. Although he does like give him the space in the end, but like in this little moment here, I think, like I don't know. But yeah, now it's Yuri's time to see if he goes like behind Weeble or not. No, he immediately goes for it. It's the problem, like you're making a move like no planning, but you give them space. Because some people might easily, like on this situation here, like they go, let's say wide for braking late, and they could have easily pushed Weeble off. But yeah, a bit too close to Weeble, but now, giving the space. And getting his car a bit too close to Weeble's here. But yeah, now Ethan gets caught up by them. Okay, Weeble try to not immediately going for it, so yeah, nice. So yeah, Weeble really go, but now you raced immediately. And Weeble actually does back off there. Interesting. Ethan actually going wide by himself. Urist kinda does a switchback. But then now side by side into this chicane is not gonna work well. But this happened because of Urist, like just doing the simple slipstream pass. Like a bit too ambitious, I'd say. And yeah, that's the issue. Now okay, Urist just uses his brain and just backs off because he's on the outside. Could have easily get pushed by Ethan there. Okay, here there's not much to say. Let's see, we are also getting towards the closest stages of the race. Oh my god, that was a weird line from Ethan. Yeah, he touched the grass there. Weeble kind of looking for it, but he's backing off, and he's also giving the distance, which is so goddamn crucial, because if he would also go like crazy with Urist and Ethan, then someone could have been crashing like already. Okay, and here Ethan just makes a mistake on his own. Although like Urist may have punted him on his green because of how, yeah, how aggressive he goes like on the inside. Like that. So yeah, this it's a bit of an issue. Like if you go for a move on the inside and your car ends up way too close on the other person's car. So yeah, I think that may have caused Ethan to just lose control there. And yet this is only the sprint and you already lost saw so many things happening in this race. But yeah, we both really just keeping it close. I don't think there's much to speak about, but now it's the final lap, so yeah, obviously I think it's more acceptable to now go for moves a bit more, but Iblo, really impressive drive in a way. Like he's really just stood behind the entire time, more collaborative. Now you have 16 on Urist, and Urist kind of being a bit. This is also the issue with hairpins. Once again, it's like you are on the inside, you do this line, like you brake late, you end up here, which is where the other person is going to be, but that person will be seeing you like going side by side. But still, that person gets pushed, and yeah, in this case it was 16 getting pushed by a race. This is the issue. Like, ideally, if you're going for the move on the inside, you have to try and give space here, but usually it's not easy because you have to brake more, you lose a lot on the exit, so it doesn't work. So yeah, there's always going to be like an issue when making moves for like hairpins. You have to really like be precise, know what you're doing. But yeah, doing the move this way is always going to be wrong, because I'm pretty sure 16 got pushed by a race there. But you know, I believe, yeah. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Felt like kind of like a lag rocket there, because he couldn't turn this car exactly. Yeah, kind of a weird incident. Then Urist goes to the middle of the track, even though he had a lot of possibilities not to that. But yeah, Ulibo goes for an easy move. Yeah, so this was the sprint. Okay, let's now skip into the feature. Now it's all dry, so people should have more grip. Okay, yeah, at the start it's kinda hard to predict what to do here even. These cars are all bunched up. But yeah, 16 managed to make the move clean there, but he immediately tries to go side by side with Ethan when even though he had some space, I believe, to like not be in the battle. He was just trying to settle for the apex, and but yeah, just a little detail, to be honest. Not much happened here. So yeah, Ethan makes his mistake. Yeah, Jonathan going for moves and going wide here. Jonathan, I think he had full control of his own situation. And Urist going crazy, because he also has more momentum, but like you're trying to pass way too many people. But that kind of, but again, it's 16. What the hell, man? I'm not sure if it's a lag rocket or not. It's really hard to tell. But it's like the way that the car just goes a little bit faster. Yep. But yeah, now they have a bit more chances to like being a bit of a single file. But you know that not everyone will like do that. But yeah, Meek could have been given this distance, but here he just tries to go for the move on Urist. Right on the exit of the chicane. Urist has that little like swerve. Yeah, that causes me to get pushed. You know, 86 goes wide by himself, so I think Urist just caught him there. Ooh, now he's putting himself in the middle of that because they all also lost momentum. But you know, anyone not backing off an 86, making things even worse. He had all the space to just stay behind and all of that, but he goes and makes it even worse. Because no one backs the fuck off. That's the issue, man. Like Jonathan was behind as well, and he was suddenly going side by side with Himster. Like when they all lose momentum ahead of you, it's kinda hard to just back off, to be honest. But the 86 have all like the space to just not do this, and now he's gonna make it almost free wide. But he immediately gets pushed off, because of course you do. But yeah, Jonathan, I think that was a mistake from him. But yeah, Reese is staying behind there. Now he tries on the exit, but not working. Now 86 immediately like in the middle of the pack. Can easily go wrong. When you do this too many times, that's the issue. And 86 does it a lot of times. Goes wide, pushes tomatoes. Once again, it's the whole taking over the other driver's space thing. Like he should have been more on the inside. And I believe he could because he should be a bit ahead, so if he reached car shouldn't be a problem for him. So yeah, Reese backs off a little to not go side by side on the next chicane, which is something that you obviously want to avoid. But yeah, Tomatoes after getting pushed off still go side by side with Keemster. Yeah, it's just chaos. Now let's see, Reese going for the move on the airpin. And this is how you do it. See? Like you give that space that 86 needs. You don't go like further wide here because you're gonna push him off. But here he didn't because you gave him the space in the end. So like it worked pretty well. A lot of precision here. This is how you make moves on the airpin. It's like this, you have to put your car here at least. You cannot go any wider than that because otherwise it's gonna be really terrible. So yeah, now you have Flicks right ahead. I'm pretty sure 86 will go for it. No. He actually just stay behind. Ooh, what the hell was that? It's kind of weird, like it's a little touch, but feels like it's enough to really push the other person. And yeah, 86 immediately tries to go for the gap, but it's not gonna work well, of course. But you know, Flake's really causing everyone to bunch up, then Mike really going to Avishes here. Tomatoes was like easy to pass, but I think after that he will have to break. But yeah, it just takes some kind of reaction in order to be able to do that. Like, yeah, I think Tomatoes will be like easy, but here it's just too vicious at this point because let me try to explain why. But I need to pause at the right moment. Yeah, this is why, like, you're not gonna. You have two cars here. They have 86 here. So they're all sort of expected to do the turn like more to the side. So I think from this point it's kind of easy to see that Make will get pushed. Like if you were watching this in like slow motion, I believe you could sort of predict that Make will get pushed on this situation. And it is exactly what happens. Did Tomato somehow ends up side by side because I think they sort of lose momentum there. Yeah, this is how you don't make the move on the hairpins. But this is why also free wide in this situation would never go well. It's like Urist has no angle also, so easy for him to end up here. So boom, there you go. 86 got the worst out of it, and Meek as well. Which is funny, like Meek just got pushed off, and now he gets pushed off again. So it's a very stressful lap for him already. Half lap actually, that happened in just half lap. But yeah, now you have tomatoes going for it. Like there's no necessity for it. Like especially when you try to do this with two cars that are like in the perfect line. Urist is trying to slipstream flicks here, but tomatoes goes for it, and of course it doesn't go. This is why you shouldn't do it, not just because of the others, it's also because of yourself. But tomatoes goes for that move there and just obviously gets pushed. Now he tries again, doesn't work again. Now 86 also trying his luck here. He has a better exit here, so maybe tomatoes could have backed off once he saw he wouldn't be able to save. Because this is what happens in UL sometimes, and it makes a huge difference. Is that the driver sees that, okay, the other had a better exit, so maybe I have to back off instead of just insisting on still going side by side. And then everyone will be on a single file right immediately after. But that doesn't exactly happen that much in CL, and then you see tomatoes making a mistake and then immediately trying to go for the apex, which then pushes off 86. Okay, now he risks to stay behind Fleeks, no reason to go for the moves. Now he can try one, because Fleeks did a mistake, and now Fleeks, see, this is what I was talking about. I think he did, yeah, he did break more to now allow Urist to get the position. But other drivers would still like not break at all, still trying to go side by side, but no, Fleeks just saw, okay, it's not worth to keep the position like this. So now I'm gonna just stay behind, I'm gonna slipstream Urist. So yeah, a good decision by Fleeks here. This is what happens a lot more in UL. So yeah, we have Urist with Fleeks, not much happening here. And yeah, Fleeks is staying behind, he knows that he cannot go side by side on that chicane. It's a terrible decision always, like every single day it'll be a terrible decision. No, Fleeks goes incredibly wide, loses the slipstream. So yeah, not much to really speak about. I do hate moving that time because it kind of lags my recording here. Okay, Fleeks is trying to maybe look for the move, but yeah, not really much to speak about here. See, Urist not really doing bad, he's in P5. Yeah, I think Urist makes a little mistake, and that's what I think Fleeks right now. You can see, I think he's trying still. But see, he backs off in the end when he sees that he cannot really make the move. Once again, this is how you're supposed to drive and battle with someone. Because you could see, like, he tried his attempt, because there was a solid one. Urist made that little grass thing. There could be a chance there, but he saw he couldn't do it, so he backs off. That's the difference between, like, experience and inexperience. It's, as you can see, like, it's little things sometimes that makes the difference as well. Yeah, not much happening here. They both going to the pits. Oh yeah, then it's the gravel thing. I think we can skip. Oh, but then they got cut up by tomatoes. Now Fleeks tries to go side by side. On the outside of the airplane, which is not gonna end up. Well, actually it ends up. But maybe not. Now they all bunched up. Urist backs off actually. Yep, Urist is back off. It's kind of harder to do because like with a lot of cars, but he was willing to lose all of those positions to now be in a more safer position. But yeah, now Tomato's still going for it with F186 right next to them. It's not gonna be easy to back off there. Yeah, if 86 could be given space. Once again, this is the difference. Like 86 could have seen that the move is not going to work. This is just completely inexperience. Like he saw that he could have seen that the move would not work and he could just back off, but no, he continues to stick his nose there, and then that happens to him. Now he actually does back off, which is impressive. Yeah, then you have Flicks pushing Tomatoes, could have given more space maybe. Though that chicane could be tricky at certain points. But yeah, this race, yeah, they have to red flag it because of the pits. But so here they go with the restart. I think it's only the first 8 laps that counted. I think it was before people were starting to go into the pits. So here we go. Let's see. Urist not going for any moves, but then he becomes tricky, doesn't it? Because he has Flicks pushing him. This is why I hate the slipstream being this strong. I feel like this is really more on the game than the people themselves when it comes to starts. It's like maybe the grid, like the grid slots could be a bit more separated. Maybe slipstream should be weaker, and yeah, maybe we should be driving with the car with this much acceleration and a car that we barely have to brake. Because there's no like exit, like any turn exit where people could be like gaining distance from each other, and at this point be a bit more spread out, which could help with the start. It's one of the issues that I have with this car. With low acceleration, like it's impossible. Like people will be so bunched up, and yeah, not everyone can make good decisions here. But yeah, nothing really does happen here. They all like fine. So yeah, a really smooth start, at least at the front. Mati not going for the move immediately on Phantomy, but now this weird thing happens. This feels like he gets a speed boost, so weird. So yeah, now all side by side. Vinci, you could like just keep on staying behind now, just goes and makes it almost 3 wide. And then it's everyone behind as well, not contributing either, like not making things easier. And then of course more chaos happens because no one collaborates at some point. Sometimes it's just a matter of 2 people, like Vinci and Tomatoes. And yeah, it's just chaos, essentially. And yeah, you can see like Vinci gets basically screwed up by just trying to attack way too much. So yeah, it's lack of experience, and you can see here Urist backs off because he has space. Like this is experience telling you that he would get pushed off the track here. This is things that you learn like along the way. But yeah, here Urist somehow gets up side by side, but once again he backs off. This is what happens more in UL, and yeah, Urist it is like a UL driver, but here, what the hell? Because he also has Flicks on each side, so okay, they end up pushing Gironi. Gironi really got very unfortunate there. I don't know, this is a weird one. But I'm not sure if Flicks had any influence on this one. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one. But yeah, he raced up to third. Same behind Matimar. Flicks also not going for any moves. But then they have like Jonathan. No, Jonathan trying to go for the move on the chicane. Like, he's literally the one, like, he's literally the last of this pack. He's the one who can take all the decisions that he wants. He's not depending on the people around him, but yeah, then he goes for it. Doesn't work bad, but he could have gone wrong here. I guess he kind of does break. Then what happens here? Oh, Fatima, yeah, causes that pile up. And then I guess Mati just gets away with it. Now everyone's so bunched up. It's also an issue with the lower leagues that they do more mistakes, and when that happens in the pack, chaos can happen because of this, because everyone just suddenly bets up. And they always gonna go for a move, of course, here. Now Urist with the awkward angle, and there he goes, Jonathan. Because Jonathan wasn't making things easy, like, I don't know. Yeah, then Phantom makes a mistake here, and this ends up causing people just go free wide. So yeah, sometimes it's really the person ahead making mistakes that causes this. And yeah, there's basically no space for anyone either, so like backing off wouldn't be easy to think about here. Yeah, then you can see how he backs off, but everyone else doesn't. Like, yeah, they all on the lag rocket here, just trying to survive. Like, Urist tries his luck here with the others just losing momentum. And yeah, now here in this situation, Urist is in a very weird situation now, because like if you would back off, you would be losing. Like you have to do quite a lot of slowing down. And you know you have a lot of cars here, and then he's going to be on the outside on like the first braking zone. So I wonder what this will end up. Okay, they survive surprisingly, but people behind it have some sort of issues. Yeah, it's mostly Keemster, like just going to the grass. You know, he's trying to go side by side with Jiruni, and then you have Flix, who made a mistake, and once again, the person ahead making mistakes causes this chaos. And what the hell happened here? Yeah, Mick's just not being able to control the car. So I think this is more of a car control kind of thing now at this point. Like being able to not end up this freaking wide when you have this tight angle. And yeah, this really ended up really bad. No, Bubble's trying a bit too much. But it's kinda hard to know when should you slow down when you have a lot more momentum. You know, should he really go for the move on Keemster? I don't think so. Yeah, now with some conflict here. Maybe Keemster at some point could have backed off, but with zero experience it's kinda hard to think about that decision. Because he has the mediums, like that's the thing, he has the mediums. I guess this was why he just wanted to go for the move, but it's kind of random the way it does it. I don't feel like you shouldn't be that desperate now, because Keemster was getting Phantomy's slipstream. And then you can see how Keemster has this thing of just wanting to defend way too late. He needs to learn that at some point you just cannot be defending because of trails and stuff. But he completely forgets that. Or he just doesn't know it yet. I think someone should tell him that he does this a lot of times. I remember actually having to battle him once in a mock in Nijani. It was the same thing, where it was like a practice race, and he was just like, yeah. But yeah, then Keemster isn't getting killed by Urist because of this, because they all like no one backing off. Urist really going committed for it. This is the issue, because like now Urist is gonna get Phantomy wide. Now Phantomy is gonna be on an awkward angle. And it's gonna end up pushing Urist wide, kind of. But Urist did manage to break in time, I guess. But yeah, then you have Keemster from behind who could be like waiting. Yeah, this is a bit of a car control thing, I believe, because you can see how he just awkwardly just goes straight on against mixed car. How they all just, yeah. Yeah, but I think Fent me, babe. I feel like he was getting pushed wide, or it's because of the angle, I think, because he gets a very awkward angle. He has to brake a lot to not go off, and loses a lot of momentum. Yeah, this is like Rocket. Then they sort of managed to sort things out there. Yeah, now he is making two mistakes. Bang and bang. But you on the two sides of the chicane, Jesus Christ. Then Meek tried to 20 feet, but he also ended up wide himself. Funnily enough. And yeah, we just managed to survive. Now they're going side by side. Not sure if Meek can see that he's behind on the screen, but maybe he might just going for it because he's ahead on his screen. Then Jury's just failing to give space. But it would be hard when you have Meek's car also pushing him wide, so he's on a awkward angle. But again, with no one like backing off in this situation, you know, yeah, this could easily happen. But yeah, you have Bubbles now with the free position. With Keemster as well. Now Bubbles going a bit too ambitious here. I think, yeah. And then you can simply control the car. This is why also it's such a bad idea to go for moves on chicanes like this. Because again, you need a lot of space. You need to be here to be able to like go as wide as possible. Because you really have to brake on this chicane. So it's a very fast one. So when we are here, the tendency is to really just do the same that you do when you are here. Is to just go wide. And if you just do the exact same line, you're just gonna end up like on this grass. So in order to do that, you have to brake a lot more. But it also takes some like sort of car control. And yeah, here they go. They just crash each other. Now everyone with a lot more momentum, just trying to avoid Urist here. Yeah, this felt a bit unfortunate with Bubbles. Urist immediately going for the move with 16. He could have just stayed. I don't think the momentum advantage was like enough to go for it. Yeah, then so desperate with almost a like rocket, come on. Yeah, not really great from Urist. And then of course it happens. This chicane feels like it can be easy, at least for UL drivers, to give space here, because it's a very... You kinda do have space here, it's kind of an easy chicane. But yeah, not everyone might be able to control the car well enough to pass and to give space. And yeah, then Weeble also trying his luck. I guess because of Urist getting pushed off, so that's why. But yeah, then weird stuff happens here. No one really backs off, like Jonathan trying to pass Bubbles. With 16 also not, sadly not giving space, like... maybe Bubbles turned too early on this second turn. Yep. Now you just get some free positions. And just side by side. Takes a lot of precision to be able to, for both drivers to survive. yeah, let's see. They're in a much more relaxed situation, but Bubbles tries to go for the move on 16, but then 16 really defending so late there. Like really edging him out. He's trying to go for the move, but it's like you don't have enough good enough momentum there. Yeah, it's too risky. Like at this point, I don't think that would ever work. Yeah, as you can see here, Bubbles also going crazy with 16 already right next. Like there's just no time to relax. And yeah, 16 does manage to do a good job to give Bubbles the space. Now Urist trying to put himself, but now you can see him like backing off here because he sees that it's not gonna work. Now really not, yeah. Oh my god. It's all of them just messing up all the time and no one knows what to do here. It feels like, oh my god, then Bubbles just going. I think he tried to break, but he just couldn't on that situation to break earlier, so he ended up on this awkward angle. And like then with the turning to try to turn to the right, he ended up turning a bit too much, and yeah, kind of push Urist. And I think 16 is the unfortunate one here. Yep. Now he tries his luck around the outside. Not working. Now he tries again with more momentum. Will Bubbles back off? Okay, he just went into the pit, so that's fine, I guess. 86 has better tires, but yeah, kind of felt, ooh, Vinci going for the move. Oh, but he has better tires, but it's still risky. But hey, someone managed to make it. And look at Vinci, like, not braking too late and gives him the space and doesn't push him off. But now he has this awkward exit, so it's really hard to make a clean move. This is the problem about this game, that it's so hard because of the netcode. It's so hard to make to make a clean move on an airpin from the inside. That's the issue. Like it's so hard because either you push someone off or you give them the space, but you have to break so much more that like you just not get a good exit. So the move doesn't work. So I think it's kind of an issue with this car, because again, you don't brake too much. Like you don't brake that much, even on this hairpin. Like it's actually one of the places where you brake the most. But like if you had to like, what can I say? If you had to brake for longer, like VC could brake a bit later, but not being brake way too much more than Urist then in the end, and he could like maybe make the move easier, but yeah, maybe you guys will not understand what I'm talking about here, to be honest, but you know, free wide, but Urist goes for the pits, so that's nice. No good pit stops for some reason. And we see now Bubble. Oh my god. Urist could have made this work, but he made a mistake himself. Yeah, now. Ooh, just try to survive there. Okay, then it all worked out for him, but yeah, he did end up being a bit harder just because of one simple mistake. Which was, once again, drivers making mistakes in crucial moments can really add to the chaos. Yeah, oh my god, that was so bad for Makina. Do not do that, like, he really went from one side to the other while not having any speed at all. Or maybe he wanted to let 16 pass, I don't know, but he was a bit too late there. It's easy to just stay where you are, like, in this case he crashed on the right side, so he should stay on that right side instead of going towards the left. So yeah, now 16 just couldn't pass him. Now 16 trying to go for a move on chicane, which is not gonna work well, especially if you are on outside at the first part. Now Urist tries its chance, but yeah, now 16 is gonna try to make the move. He did try to give him space, but once again it's the same issue, like you wanna end up wide in order to then be able to have a good exit here. But Makina is seeing himself side by side, so yeah, he did got pushed off by 16. You know, he raced immediately going for the move. God damn it, man. Just relax for a bit. But I think Urist was like mad with 16 because of the ending of the sprint race. But you know, he should just have some patience. But at least he doesn't try to go for the move on the chicane. But how is he gonna try in the airpit? No. Okay, now he's staying behind. But it's so weird, like they just have like an incident before, and then they immediately go like on the more relaxing situation instead of just trying to relax. To just immediately go for it right next. But you know, here I think once again, like I think he's really trying, but not being able to give the space. But because again, like it's the whole, like in order for Urist to be able to give 16 the space, he will have to brake for a lot more longer, which once again would end up being way too much braking. It would screw up his own exit and it would just not work. So, this is the issue, and I think this is a bit on the car itself. And this car has a lot of acceleration, so, and this is already like an issue. But I think it's really because like since the braking time is like not that much, any extra amount of braking will just feel like it's way too much, and it makes like overtakes harder to make, and cleaning as well becomes hard. Like you have to, like the extra amount of braking on this turn simply needs to be a lot more in order for a clean battle to happen, in order for 16 to not get pushed wide here. So yeah, this is also me trying to comment on the cars itself as well, not just like driving of drivers, I guess. Yeah, I think 16 now tries to move because Urist has that little touch on the grass. And yeah, here 16 does manage to keep it mostly on inside on his screen, so, but then still trying to go for it here, it seems. Is he gonna back off? Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, in the end he does. So yeah, some experience here, because a less experienced driver, I'm pretty sure he will still try to go by side, especially those who are like in their first days in like online and stuff. Yeah, not much happening. Let's make a mistake here. Oh my god. This is on 16. I feel like he tried to make the move, but it's too late here. It's never gonna work. Yeah, this is on 16. Then they have this like rocket and boom. Then I think here we just push 16 off. Seems like with his trailer. You know, 16 losing time. But I think he pitted earlier, didn't he? But with the HUD, we cannot really see what's happening behind. Trying to see Jonathan immediately with not enough momentum difference, which will always happen, because this is why it's the acceleration being too high on this car. Like it's hard to get that advantage in momentum, like enough to make a move So yeah, they're gonna be side by side here, and then 16 just pushes it off into the wall. But once again, like Jonathan should have seen that that would never going to work. Yeah, I think 16 also doesn't really want to go side by side into the chicane, but yeah. But I could argue that 16 should give him space, which kinda he should, but again, if you're Jonathan in this case, you should try to not give the driver ahead like an awkward time or a very awkward situation, which he was, because then 16 would have to do the hard job of like giving him space on this chicane, which is a very tough, really hard task basically. Yeah, you can see, ooh, 16 just pushing Jonathan with the swerve, so I think, yeah, this is 16 being a bit more dirty. I think Jonathan was just also trying, it feels like he was starting to go for the move there, for absolutely no reason. Like if you're in the middle of the train, it's really not as convenient to go for moves. But then this is a bit too much from 16 as well, like that is dirty. Then maybe 16 got pushed by Urist here, but once again just sticking his nose. It feels like. Okay, here nothing happens. Here I think it's the awkward thing of like Bubbles trying to not go into the grass, so he turns to this side, but it ends up being a bit too much, which causes Jonathan to get pushed a little bit, but no pushed off the track, so it's fine. Now 16, what are you doing? This is a no issue with the game, like it's the slipstream that allows you without any advantage with like momentum or anything to just go for a move like this, because slipstream is just so strong. But then Jonathan going a bit opportunistic, in well, the driver in 16th position would just back off, which he kind of does. But yeah, here once again, it's this whole thing, like it's so hard to just keep more space because you have to do a lot more braking, and you also need to be a lot more precise to put your carry here instead of here. And yeah, Urist is already in a bit of a tighter angle coming to this turn. So yeah, Jonathan gets pushed off. Once again, this is why I don't go into moves on the chicane, because either you're gonna push Urist off or Urist will push you off. Like it's really hard for both cars to survive. But you know, oh my god, 16 really going way too aggressive. Yep. Really taking some drastic measures when it comes to defending. But yeah, I don't know why are the pits not ghosted. Maybe it's the version of the track that they are using. Okay, we have Tex Machina with Bubbles. And yeah, once again, this is a bit of car control thing. Like he's trying to not end up on the grass, so he turns way too much to the other side. Such a weird thing. Ooh, now Kamikaze having his classic connection issues. And yeah, here he wants to go for the move because he has better tires. And yeah, he does it like smoothly. Now, will 16 be able to make the move? Why was 6? Oh, Maki. Man, Makina has way older tires. Why is he like going crazy? Yeah, it's just unnecessary. It's kind of weird what happens here, but like even if 16 is in the wrong in the end for doing that, like does it mean that you could not avoid it as well? So this is why you shouldn't just go for moves every single time. And yeah, that happens. You could have stayed in the sleep swing for a bit longer. But yeah, in the end you just can't because yeah, that happened. But yeah, certainly wrong on 16 for pushing him off, but you as a driver should really not try to not give like the other drivers awkward situations sometimes. But yeah, now 16, yeah, he really wants to pass Bubbles because he has better tires. Now immediately going on Urist, which ain't not gonna work well, I believe. And Urist just goes completely wide. But I think it's kind of like a lag rocket starting, kind of feels like it. I've seen situations where I just couldn't turn the car, which just the other person sometimes not even touching. So not sure what happened here, but I think it could have been just Urist not knowing what to do here because shit car control on this situation. And he is sort of just like already going for a wheel angle. Like instead of it being a bit more parallel to have a better angle for here, he's just going like straight on. So ends up being like a weird mistake. But 16 seems like he wasn't actually pushed, or was he? It feels like a lag rocket really forming like maybe towards the end when they are just about to hit the grass. Yeah, 16 still trying to go for the move. Like you're literally the one who caused this conflict. You were behind before, and you went for a move that ended up not working well now. Because you just didn't get enough pieces on your wrist, like enough advantage. So yeah, now he's just on this constant conflict and aggressiveness and all of that. And is it gonna end up badly on the chicane now? In the end, Urist managed to be ahead, but 16 really ain't gonna back off here. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus, yeah, that is absolutely dirty. There is no excuse here. Like, who's the one who started all of this? As he ends it, and he ends it as well, but yeah, he ends it on a really shitty way. Like, poof. Yeah, that's. Yeah, he absolutely needs like a warning or a penalty for that. Like Urist has his own like wrongs as well, but yeah, that one is such an obvious one, like just straightforward. Now then here Urist made the mistake on going side by side with 16. It's never gonna work well, but because you can see how once again you need all of the space. You need the space here, you need the space here at the bottom as well, which 16 uses it, and I don't think he would predict that Urist will be there. So yeah, that's really bad on Urist here. Did he make the mistake? No, Urist will try again. And the classic pushing wide thing. It's the same story all over the place. It's always like you need to brake more to end up here, not here. Like you need to give this space at least like 16. Like this is what smaller cars should have improved when it comes to battling, but you can see how sometimes it's just not enough. And again, I think this is an issue of how little you have to brake with these cars, because you're always on the limit, and like suddenly having this extra turn rate is just useless. And yeah, here he goes. And yeah, that's on your wrist, honestly. Like I think he had a good reason to try and go for the move on 16, but then it's the way he does it. It's just it's just wrong. It's really hard to like do it cleanly, but he did manage to do it once on a sprint, I believe. Was it the feature? But yeah, this is really getting like a very long video. Now is Bubbles also trying his luck? Oh my god, yeah, with 16 getting pushed off, Bubbles got the move. Now he wants to slipstream Urist. And yeah, 16 wants to go for the move right after. And I think, yeah, Bubbles backs off. Now 16 doing the same, pretty much, that Urist did the previous lap. As you can see, not as bad, let's say, but he did lost momentum because of that, because he did got really pushed there. And once again, it's like it's really hard to give space, because you have to break more, and if you break that much, you might just not have the momentum to be able to make the move on the exit. And then Bubbles did once again got an overtake again. And yeah, now Bubbles has to give up this position again. Also another issue is that hards are a completely useless tire. So this is 16 have the advantage all the way down to the end. Okay, now Urist did a good move because 16 made a mistake. And he managed to just go for the outside. But maybe he could have... This is a very little detail, but he could have certainly give some space to 16. I think putting his car here would be ideal. But like you need to like sort of see that in time and have a good car control, which yeah. But they're really going like nitpicky with some things, but I think sometimes it's necessary because it's really some like little things that happen that really can change a lot. And yeah, Bubbles doesn't give space to 16. I also think 16 just went for the move way too late. Like if you're behind on your screen, never try to brake late and try to force a move there, because that's never going to work. The other person is like just already turning on their screen, and when you end up on the inside, it's already too late. So yeah, I think a mistake from 16 there. And then you can see how he loses time, a lot of time because of that. You know, it's Bubbles trying. Not a good decision, I'd say. I'm not sure exactly like if his tires are like better than Urist now, but I don't think he will, because it's like 5 laps to go. And yeah, Pebble should be slipstreaming here because they have 16 who could like you will eventually like immediately catch them. But yeah, not much happening. Okay, not much happening here. Now Mubbles once again. Now I guess it's a bit more acceptable because it's more towards the end of the race. And 16 is like 2 seconds behind. But yeah, here Urist did manage to give him space on that chicane. Although with Bubbles pushing him, I don't think he would have much of a choice. And here he goes into the grass. I think a mistake from Bubbles. Yeah, that's a mistake from Bubbles. Okay, now with 2 laps to go, I think battling is perfectly normal. But yeah, Bubbles obviously needs to keep the slipstream, otherwise he has that big disadvantage on the straight line. But yeah, once again he's gonna try on the exit of the hairpin. Honestly, a lot better sometimes than just diving on his side and pushing Urist off in this case. Yeah, so as you can see, he's just really trying on the exit, but it's just not enough. Like that's the issue. It's just not enough. Like better exit to in order to go for the move on Urist. And now here, Urist goes off the track. So yeah, that's an issue on bubble here, on bubbles. And now we will Urist try now. I don't think, yeah, because it's chicane right next. So not a good idea, and then Urist makes a mistake. And I think, yeah, bubbles will take P9. Oh, maybe not. He still has time. Let's see, can he go for the move? He's gonna try it. Oh my god, he just managed to survive. Oh my god, then the rubbing. I think this should be illegal. It's like trying to get the advantage. I don't. Yep. Yeah, not sure if I really like that. Like the rubbing. I think this the only reason why you risk the position on bubbles. So yeah, not really the biggest fan. So yeah, I guess that's it from this video. I did analyze quite a lot of things. This might be like 50 minutes or maybe an hour of video. So yeah, I think I will show this to the stewards or share this to everyone or some shit. And yeah, I hope you guys liked the video and I see you next time. Goodbye.